Hello, hello, hello. Good day, everyone. I appreciate you. A happy new year to you. I'm so excited to be live today. Yeah, I just want to do a talk this morning. I was led to do this, and that's why I'm live today. Okay, I don't know who is live, who is online. Please, I'd like you to send in your comments. Tell us where you're watching from. And don't forget to tell us your name. And if possible, you can tell us your profession, what you do for a living. Yeah, today I want to talk about raising emotional intelligent kids. Right now, I'm in the daycare, so my children are around, but never mind. I felt I should do this live talk so that we as parents and caregivers will be informed about some certain things that would help us in the journey of caregiving. All right, I'm Ambassador Ihuma C. Ephraim. I'm a child teenage advocate, child care professional and coach, educational administrator, and consultant. Today, I want to talk about raising emotional intelligent child or kids. For parents to raise emotional intelligent kids, they must first be emotionally stable. Yes, you can only give what you have. So if you're not emotionally intelligent, then how can you actually raise an emotionally intelligent child? It's not possible. So you must first be emotionally intelligent. So I have a few contents I want to talk about this morning. Firstly, I want to explain what emotional intelligence is, the benefits of emotional intelligence for kids. And secondly, ways we can help our kids' emotion. We're going to teach. I'm going to talk about how to teach empathy. I'm going to talk about how to teach healthy coping skills. I'm going to talk about how to label your child's emotion. And then thirdly, I'm going to talk about model appropriate ways to express feelings. Under it, I'm going to talk about how to develop problem solving skills, how to help your child learn healthy ways to deal with angry feelings. And I'm going to teach how to make emotional intelligence and ongoing goals. So these points are things I want to talk about this morning. And then the first one is, what is emotional intelligence? Emotional intelligence is defined as a person's ability to express and manage feelings appropriately while respecting the feelings of others. It's a set of skills that children can begin learning at early age. Sometimes we overlook kids. No, don't overlook kids. Kids are just like um adults in a child clothing. That's the way I usually explain it, because they are adults, but they behave like children. Don't think they don't know what they are doing. So each time parents will say, this is just for the child. She's just for the child. And you ignore some certain things you need to, help groom in these children. You need to build up these skills in them, because the earlier you do this, the better for the kids. So don't overlook these little things. You call them little things, but they mean so much. So as a parent, you have a responsibility for encouraging your child to develop his intelligence. This means, of course, academic intelligence is very important, but that's not the only type of intelligence that matters. There are so many things that you need to teach this child, and the child will grow up with, and it's going to help the child. So this is very, very important. So benefits of emotional intelligence for kids. You know, Here are just a few of the ways emotional intelligence can benefit our children. You know, children with higher level of emotional intelligence perform better in character and academics. They tend to have higher grades and self-comportment because they are emotionally intelligent. They've gotten a lot of ideas that help them on how to control their emotions or how to manage their emotions and that of other children. They don't need to fight, they don't need to quarrel, they don't need to, each time they see these moods, they know how to comport themselves. Emotional intelligence skills help kids manage conflict and develop deeper friendship. Adults with high level of emotional intelligence also report better relationships in their personal and professional lives. Now, take a look at this. A 19-year study published in the American Journal of Public Health found that a child's social and emotional skills in kindergarten may predict lifelong success. Children who were able to share, cooperate, and follow direction at age 5 were more likely to obtain college degrees and to begin working full-time jobs by age 25. You see, they're always calculative, before they take a step. They already know what to do part-time, And this is very, very important for these kids. I love the foundation. I love, you know, bringing up or raising up kids. Because one thing about this is when you raise an emotionally intelligent kid, then just as a parent, you just relax. And that's why you need to start very, very early. Individuals with higher levels of emotional intelligence are less likely to experience depression and other mental illnesses. You see, most adults that have, right, was because they are not emotionally intelligent. They don't know how to manage their emotions. They don't understand their feelings and that of others. I remember those days when I was in school, and there's this particular lecture that was pasting my life. That was my first year. And the knowledge I have from home is that I need to keep myself, I need to, protect myself from harm. I need to guide myself. All those training they train children, especially from Christian background, that you must not commit fornication, you must not do this, you must not do that. And now a man that I'm not married to was now pesting my life. What really helped me at that point was because of the knowledge I had from home. I was able to manage that, issue. And with the help of God, I overcame it. I didn't have to give in. I didn't have to give in myself for that immorality. But there's some young people that will easily give in to this because one, anxiety, depression, mental illnesses, and all of that. I remember those days then. I had some financial issues then in school. And, sometimes when you are broke, and you sent a message and you've not gotten an answer yet. And you look here, there's nothing to feed. You look here, there's nothing to feed in. And then sometimes those illnesses can cause pale in the lips, on the face, and all of that. I felt that a little, but I was able to sit back. I came back to myself, because of the training I've already had. So when we start training these kids, giving them knowledge they need at the early age, it's going to help them. And then secondly, part 2, I want to talk about ways to help your kids' emotion. I've talked about the meaning of emotional intelligence and the benefits of emotional intelligence, right? And so let's talk about ways to help your child's emotion. Now, the benefits of emotional intelligence make sense. Of course, it makes sense. A child who can calm themselves when they feel angry is likely to do well in difficult circumstances. And a child who can express their emotions in a healthy way is likely to maintain healthier relationships than a child who screams or, says mean things when they're angry. The good news is that all kids have the capacity to learn emotional intelligence skills. They just need an adult to teach them how to do this. And that's why we are there for them, to teach them how to do this. So, how to teach empathy? That's the first point I'm going to take under this part. One, when a child is upset, especially when their emotions seem a bit on the dramatic side, it can be tempting. Sorry, please come in. It can be tempting to minimize how they are feeling, but dismiss comments will teach your child that the way they are feeling is wrong. Welcome, please. You can just drop it. So, teach kids to show empathy. Sorry about that. A parent came in. All right. So let's continue. Teach kids to show empathy by putting others in their shoes. Say to them, "How do you feel when you're treated this or that way?" Get their response. This will develop in them empathy. When kids sees that you understand how they are feeling on the inside, they feel less compelled to show you how they are feeling through their behavior. Bye, man. Have a nice day. So rather than scream and cry to show you they are angry, they'll feel better when you've made it clear that you already understand they're upset. So you must show empathy to be able to teach empathy to kids. Okay? So, how to teach coping skills? Once kids understand their emotions, they need to learn how to deal with those emotions in a healthy way, knowing how to calm themselves down or share themselves, when they're angry. Mommy, mommy, oh, they don't know how to control their emotions at that particular time. How the kids behave. If a particular child comes in and take what belongs to them, you see them scream, "Give me my toy! Give me my toy!" But some kids are emotionally intelligent. They know that it's their toy already. So why would they scream for their toy? Definitely they will get their toy back from the person. So teach specific skills. For example, your child may benefit from learning how to take a few deep breaths when they are hungry to calm their body down. A kid-friendly way to teach this involves telling them to take bubble breaths where they breathe in through their nose and blows out through their mouth as if they are blowing through a bubble wand. When they're upset, keep doing that. Once they do it like 3, 4, 5 times, the angry spirit in them comes down. So engage them in that. So you might also help the child create a kit that helps them regulate their feelings. A coloring book. I have a coloring book, a favorite joke book, soothing music, and lotions that smell good as a few items that can help engage their senses and calm their emotions. Put the items in a special box that they decorate. Then when they are upset, remind them to go get, their calm down kit and practice using their tools to manage their emotions. Like I told you, I'm in the crèche right now, the daycare, doing this live, show or this live talk. Now I'm going to show you some things I prepared that will help this child manage their emotions. Praise, take him to we. Sorry about that. Now, there are things I did here, some activities I have here. Take him to you. So this is one. When kids are angry, I engage them on how to count. I decorated this myself. And so what I do, I make them count 1. So what they do is they just get the material, fix 1. This is 1. It keeps them busy. So that good morning, sir. Welcome, sir. Yeah. And so this is 2. Okay, yeah. This is the crutch. I'm the crutch, you know. So if you have a lot of distractions, people coming in, children coming in, children, they need to be attended to and all of that. So this is 2, 2, and I make them count 2. They fix the first 1, and second they fix it through the hair 2. They've counted to that. These are little children just to keep them busy. And they take the third one. This is 3. They keep counting 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is 5. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're engaging them. And after taking this exercise, what happens? They will remember what has taken place, and it will also calm them down. Okay, so this is the first one I did, and then I have another one, and this other one is I have some materials, transparent materials I have here. These are numbers. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you know what? So what they do here is they just I have some beads. I have some beads. I have a lot of materials here in the crèche. These are things that keeps children very, very busy. Younger ones, and these are the beads I have. Look at. And so when they are angry, it's okay now, go and get your kids. They'll go to where the kids is, they get it. It's okay, start counting. And it's okay, you have 1, this 1, 1. And then they count to 1, 2. Then the next one, this is the tray. Like I told you, I have different materials already sampled with numbers. So I counted 2, and then 3, 1, 3. And the next is what? 4. They count 1, 2, 3, 4. And the next is what? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They keep doing this until they fill in all the containers we have here, all the transparent containers we have here. It could be up to 50, it could be up to 100. They count. And by the end of it, their nerves, their anger, emotions, and everything will calm down. So these are the coping skills that will help train children by calming their emotions. Building an emotionally intelligent child. Have a kit for them. Have a place where they keep these kits. So whenever they are feeling somehow, let them get a kit and engage them before you. By the time you keep doing this, what happens? Whether anger or whatever emotions they're having inside of them will phase off. All right, so kids who lack problem-solving skills have higher lifetime marijuana use. Most of them that have these, because when you were supposed to do all these coping skills, you didn't do it. And because of that, they now develop these emotions in a very high level. Some of them, when they get to that point, they want to use drugs. They want to use what? Drugs to calm themselves down. They want to use marijuana. They want to use different drugs children take these days to calm their emotions down. It's not supposed to be so. They are supposed to be what? Natural. They are supposed to live their lives in a natural way. So why taking drugs to calm your emotions down? Something that you can do, calm down as an individual. So teach them these coping skills so they can overcome their emotions. Okay. So the next one is how you can label kids' emotions. There are ways you can label kids' emotions. This video, I'm going to post these different feelings, faces that children put on. The happy face, the grateful face, the proud face, the excited face, the loved face, the sad face, the lonely face, the sorry face, the hurt face, the disappointed face. When you display these faces to them, oh, when they are angry, they keep their face somehow. You show them the angry face. You see how ugly this face is. Do you want your face to be like this for life? So stop keeping your face that way. Why not just put up the smiling face? You see them laugh. You do it once, do it twice, do it thrice. What you know is they get used to the happy face. They always want to be happy. So kids need to know how to recognize how they are feeling. You can help your child by putting a name on her emotions. At least the emotion you suspect your child is feeling, right? Some healthy emotion-focused coping skills for kids will help them overcome negative emotions. So kids should be able to verbalize their emotions. Oh, I'm sad. Oh, I'm nervous. Can take the sting out of uncomfortable emotions. Before you know it, by the time they are, oh, I'm sad, you say, it's not good to be sad. You have to put on a good face. You okay? So so people will come close to you. You make good friends, things like that. This will encourage them. So display what the feeling faces or talk about emotions. I'm going to send you the picture of the feeling faces so you understand better what I'm saying. So display the feeling faces or talk about emotions. Then when they are struggling with a tough emotion, feeling with aid of the feeling faces. This activity will help them to label their emotions and make them always want to have the right feelings. Of course, they want to have a happy face. Okay? So when your child is upset, they lost a game or have to share a toy, you can say, it looks like you feel really angry right now. Is that right? If they look sad, you might say, are you feeling disappointed that we aren't going to visit grandma and grandpa today? Emotional words such as angry, upset, shy, and painful can all build a vocabulary to express feelings. Don't forget to share the words for positive emotions too, such as joy, excited, thrilled, and hopeful. Feeling words, to use and teach by intervening as parents. Ideally, when our kids are young, we can help them build sophisticated emotional, vocabularies. I'm going to send some, feelings words, so we will understand this and work through to teach our children. So, lastly, part 3. How to model appropriate ways to express feelings. There are several ways you as parents can model. The truth is, as parents, you can't give what you don't have. For you to raise emotionally intelligent children, you must first be emotionally stable. So kids need to know how to express their emotions in a socially appropriate way. So while saying, my feelings are hot, or drawing a picture of a sad face could be helpful. Screaming and throwing things aren't okay. Parents, hey, Ngozi, are you okay? You want to, throw things. This will help the children. Tomorrow they start throwing things at people because that's what they've seen you do. So they also want to practice it. So the best way to teach your child how to express feelings is by modeling these skills yourself. You have to model it. You have to have it. You must have it to be able to model it to your children. So use feeling words in your everyday conversation and practice talking about them. Say things like, I feel angry when I see kids being mean on the playground. Or, I feel happy when we get to have our friends come over for dinner. Studies show that emotionally intelligent parents are more likely to have emotionally intelligent children. So make it a habit to clearly focus on building your skills so you can be an effective role model for your child. So parts of building emotional intelligence involves learning how to solve problems. Perhaps your child is angry that their sister keeps interrupting them while they're playing a video game. Help them identify at least first ways they might solve this problem. Solutions don't have to be good ideas initially. The goal is to just bring some ideas, right? Once they've identified at least 5 possible solutions, help them assess the pros and cons of each one. Then encourage them to pick the best option. When your child makes mistakes, walk through what could have been done differently and what your child can do to resolve any lingering issues. Try to act as a coach rather than the actual problem solver. Provide guidance when necessary, but work on helping your child see that they have the ability to solve problems peacefully and effectively on their own. That's the essence of these emotional intelligence we are talking about today. Anger is normal. It's a normal thing for everyone. Even the Bible, the Holy Book says that you should not allow your anger to get a particular time. Just try to resolve every issue you have immediately. It's normal, healthy emotion, but many kids struggle to understand the difference between angry feelings and aggressive behavior. Frustration and anger can quickly turn into defiance, disrespect, aggression, and temper tantrums. When kids don't know how to deal with their emotions when left unchecked, childhood aggressions such as fighting, spitting, and teasing can lead to additional issues. See, when you see them, these children that are not emotionally intelligent, they always make them get angry. They want to fight. They want to bully, especially the bully children. They want to bully. They want to do what is wrong. And I don't know, we need to help our children learn healthy ways to deal with anger or angry feelings. We need to help them as parents, as caregivers. We really need to help them. And that's why you see, when they grow up with such character, you see them, they fight, they stab other children, they do a lot of wicked things because they are used to it. Nobody taught them, nobody coached them, nobody helped them. But when we start helping them as adults, it will really go a long way to help these children. So the best way to teach children how to deal with anger is by showing them how, how you deal with your emotions when you feel angry. That's just the best way to do that. So when kids watch you lose your temper, they're likely to do the same. If they see you cope with your feelings in a kinder, gentler way, they'll pick up on that too. That's why we need to display, appropriate character for them. So, although it's important to shield your children from most adult problems, it's healthier to show them how you handle angry feelings. Point out times when you feel frustrated so your child understands that adults get mad sometimes too. So it's okay to say, I'm angry that the car in front of us didn't stop to let those kids cross the street. But I'm going to stop so they can cross safely. You've put in some information in them. You've put in some, good habit in them or good behavior in them by saying that. That's why sometimes you need to express those good feelings, those good character, those good attitude. It will really help them, so verbalizing your feelings will teach children to talk about their emotions. Also, take responsibility for your behavior when you lose your cool in front of your kids. Apologize and discuss what you should have done instead. What you should have done instead. Say, I am sorry that you had to see me yelling today when I was mad. I should have gone for a walk to cool off. when I was angry instead of raising my voice. So they will also learn from that as well. So establish anger rules. Most families have unofficial family rules about, what behavior is acceptable and what isn't when it comes to anger. Some families don't mind doors being slammed and voices being raised, while other families have, less tolerance to such behaviors. So create writing or written household rules that outline your expectations. Anger rules should center around behaving respectfully towards others. Address areas such as physical aggression, name calling, and destruction of property so that your children understand that they can throw things, break things, or lash out verbally or physically when they are mad. So place a rule, put a rule on the wall. Any child that slams the door when it's mad, you put down the punishment that child will get after that. Or when you name call somebody, this is the effect, this is the punishment for this. When you destroy property, this is your punishment. By the time you put those stuff on the wall, different corners in the house, each time they look at it, each time they read it, and all of that, it will help them want to focus on that rule and then, you know, manage their emotions. So it's very, very good that we do all of this to help the children. So give your children positive consequences when they follow the anger rules and negative consequences when they break the rules. Positive consequences such as reward system or token economy can motivate a child to use anger management skills. So, oh, this is the reward you get when you behave this way, when you behave positively, when you behave right. Let the reward be there. Just place it on the wall. Let them see it. I love children so much. They learn very fast. They are receptive. So make emotional intelligence an ongoing goals. No matter how emotionally intelligent your child seems, there is always room for improvement. And there are likely to be some ups and downs throughout childhood and adolescence. As they grow older, they are likely to face obstacles that will challenge their skills. So, make it a goal to incorporate skill building into their everyday life when your child is young. Talk about feelings every day, right? So, talk about the emotions characters in book or in movies might be feeling. Discuss better ways problems might have been solved or strategies characters could use to treat others with respect. So talk about how they can do better in the future. With your ongoing support and guidance, your child can develop the emotional intelligence and mental strength they'll need to succeed in life. So if you have any question, I'd like you to put it on the comment box because I have a kit I have, but it's just a little token that you can get for those kids that will help them, manage their emotions. The coping skills that will help them manage their emotions. So thank you very much for joining me today on this live show. Thank you and have a wonderful day. God bless.